Welcome back. No Dice Podcast. Merry Christmas to everyone except you, Chris Mull. I hate you. I hate Notre Dame. Everything you stand for. We're going to hop right into EPL. Chris Mull, your West Ham got absolutely slaughtered by Chelsea. And the boys, Timo Werner, overrated.
Boy Yusuf.
Oh, stop.
Hell yeah.
Timo Werner, overrated.
Oh,
They lost 2 of the last 3. Let the Manchester United boys, jump them with 1 game in hand. I'm not mad about it. I'm happy about it.
should be.
Manny's been playing well.
But Smurs, once again, I hate to break it to you, but we do this every year where you talk all your smack and you come at me, Man U this, Man U that, and you say Chelsea's going to finish mid-table or Europa League, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, what do I tell you? There's no need to talk. It's gonna pan out, and then you're gonna be wrong again.
Let me ask you a question. Who finished higher last year?
Yeah, by a point.
Does
Big
it
deal.
matter in soccer? Does it?
Yeah.
I'm very curious. So you have the playoffs. So what's the
There-
point? Let's say I don't win. No, I
There's
get
no
you
pl-
don't have. No, I get you
there's
don't
no
have.
playoffs.
I mean, for other sports, you have the playoffs.
Okay.
So let's say I finish 5th
Well,
compared to
well,
7th.
let me explain this to you.
So-
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I don't think.
Explain to me like I'm an idiot.
So
first or last?
in England, Spain,
In the big leagues in Europe.
and the
all
big leagues, the top
Yes.
4 team make the Champions League. The Champions League is basically
Not France. France.
Not
top
France.
3.
top 4 teams make the Champions League, which is like
Right, I get
a
that.
huge tournament.
Yep.
It's basically
Best
who's
teams.
the best in Europe out of
They
all
don't-
the
Best teams in
leagues.
Europe.
Yep. They don't let American teams in because we're bad.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Probably.
It's
No.
Europe. It's just Europe.
No, it's by continent, KB. Every continent has their own Champions League. Africa has their own. Asia has their own. Europe, the Americas,
I didn't know that.
South America.
Okay.
Mhm.
You learned
The
something
only,
new.
the
Yeah,
only
exactly.
time.
I'm happy on the. I know
The
that
only
now.
time teams from different continents can play together is in the Club World Cup. So the Champions League winner of every continent meet in a tournament called the Club World Cup, and then
Yeah.
they play each other.
So
Yes.
there's like 7 teams.
Yes, exactly. 7 teams.
6 teams.
That's
Antarctica. has a team.
badass. I'd
7
watch
teams.
that.
7 teams. 7 teams.
Okay.
Because there's an
I'd,
Oceania.
I'd watch continents
League.
going at continents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. It's
That's
fun. It's really
exciting.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Europe just win it every year?
South America upsets Europe sometimes. Like Chelsea,
see that.
sadly,
I can
when
see
they
that.
won it, they lost to a team from Brazil in the final.
But
Brazil's always been good.
yeah, so say the top 4 teams in England, let's say England for a chance. So top 4 teams last year made the Champions League. The 5th team,
5
makes
and
the-
6. 5 and 6.
5 and 6 make the Europa League, which is like a Champions League, but lower.
And also the cup winner, because there's 2 cups in England. There's the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup or the League Cup. And
All right.
the
You have,
teams
to,
that
you have to tell me what those are.
so
there's
like,
small,
pretend
there's
you're-
small tournaments.
Pretend you're talking to a child.
So
Like
if-
a child that is just starting to play soccer.
so you have the league, right? There's divisions. The first division, second division, third division.
I followed
If you
you
play-
so far.
If you play in the lower division, if you're in the top 2 in England, you get promoted to first division, and then the
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6 play a playoff to get that last spot. If you finish in the bottom 3 in the top division, you get relegated to the second division.
Yep, losers.
Oh,
In
yeah,
America,
it's
they
like
do
that.
not.
Okay.
That's
They do not have-
fun.
In America, they do not have relegation, which is stupid because at the end of the season,
Right.
you have a bunch of pointless games with no motivation, and the soccer is shit because no one cares.
Yes.
And you
So they have
can't
to implement
tank. Right?
Yeah.
Because there's no salary cap.
No.
Not in Europe. In America, there is, which is stupid because you can't
Loser.
get a lot of good players because of that.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be sick. I would like in baseball, I would much rather see, I guess baseball basically doesn't, but like I would much rather see the Lakers just be able to spend 10
Yeah,
times
spend
the
it all,
budget.
just-
Yeah.
But
But also
everybody,
owners.
can everybody spend the same amount, or is it?
No,
No,
yeah, like
depends-
it,
No.
Is it
It
gonna be the
depends on your
Lakers every
budget. It depends on your budget.
So,
Some
like, the
teams have a
Bucks-
big budget. Some teams have small budgets.
So
So they
go,
have small
depends what
market,
you
big
have.
market.
yeah, go to the NBA. Like the Bucks, obviously won't be able to spend as much as the Lakers. The Lakers are like a Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, and then like the Bucks are like a Burnley, Brighton, Hove Albion. Like, you don't
No,
have
Bucks.
that.
Bucks are financial wise, yes, but as a team, the Bucks are probably a top 6 team in the Prem.
Yeah, but so how the EFL Cup and Caribou Cup works is all 4 teams and all 4 tiers of
All
England.
4 divisions play, so you can play
They'll
a team
play.
from top division, play a non-league team. Literally, guys who go drink at the bar, if they're good enough to beat teams and go further, literally it could be a bunch of local dudes who play against Premier League teams.
Yeah.
what
That's
you're
the
telling me is WLC should enter this tournament.
Oh,
Play. The WLC boys getting out there is what I'm hearing.
we'd get absolutely wrecked.
yeah, but yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's,
against
it's
professional athletes? Come on.
So it's like the EFL
I'll throw a
Cup
little money on.
is
WSU.
now the into the semifinal, and it's Man City, Man U, Tottenham, and Brentford.
And Brentford, a Division 2 team.
Division 2 teams. So there's
Oh,
the
that's
top
kinda
4
cool.
teams in English. There's one in Division 2.
Yep.
So yeah,
All right. So from what I'm hearing from this is
England's got to
Yusuf,
figure it out.
we beat Chris's team on Monday is what I'm hearing, which is the most important thing about soccer, that Chris once again
Head to head.
eats a bag of dicks.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
yeah.
I will
fuck you,
say
Chris.
though, in the second half, before Chelsea got the second and third goal, because they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, to
That's
ice the
embarrassing.
game. They were a lot better. They were controlling the ball and they had some chances and they missed them. And then Chelsea went and killed the game basically.
And then we were just better. I mean, can't apologize for talent at some point.
Tammy Abraham, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I think Man U will finish top 4. I think it's Man U, Chelsea, City, and Liverpool.
That's realistic. I could see it.
I
do
think
think-
Tottenham falls apart because fuck you, Jose Mourinho.
I do think Tottenham and Leicester have a strong shot in it. Everton, we'll see.
No,
They're looking good. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but we'll see. They have a very good coach. That's why I'm
Yeah.
kind of optimistic for them.
All
I
right, so we
agree.
move on to college football now that we've told Chris that his team is terrible.
Yeah, and they're gonna get destroyed by Alabama. It's not even funny. Like if the spread opens up at anything under 20 points, I will again
Are you talking about for the
Roma.
Bama game?
Bama Notre Dame. If it
It
opens
is 20
up,
points.
that's what opened up at.
On my bookie, it's plus 20.
Yeah,
Or
that-
Points, that
easy.
seems low. Yeah, that seems low.
That's easy.
Yeah,
Bama's gonna
that's-
score.
I wanted it to be one of my bets tonight, but it was at minus 1,300. So
It
it
can-
would have
it
been like,
can be-
oh.
Why don't you just take the spread like an adult then? Like you can
I was.
you can take it minus 20 or whatever.
Oh, I could?
just-
I don't know. All right. Well,
You can't
I
take it
was gonna
minus
bet the spread.
1,300. Yeah,
Yeah, you
just
can't
bet
take
money line.
you can't take the money line and be like,
Okay,
I think
all right.
Alabama's gonna win tonight, but
No,
you can
I was
bet
going to
on
take the plus.
Alabama.
I was going to take the minus 20 because I think that game is going to
Yeah.
be really ugly. Okay, well now I know. Now I know the rules.
Let's go around the room, say about our college football playoff, like our predictions of the games. So who's gonna win what game?
This is easy. I'll go first. Bama's going to clobber Notre Dame, and Clemson will handily beat Ohio State. And then whoever plays better defense in the national championship will win. Maybe
It doesn't matter. You
think-
gotta pick a winner.
I think Clemson.
Clemson wins the national championship.
Are you
Yeah.
picking Clemson because Trevor Lawrence looks like Jesus Christ, or
Or-
because he's
Well, he's the
player,
best.
or because
he's
he's
the best
6'6"? I think it's the
prospect in
third
college
one.
football.
Or
So,
because he is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's possible. He has a giant nose, which is a minus, but his hair.
Oh wow!
too.
Wow, coming at the nose. Wow.
Yeah. What about it, Yusuf?
well, I
Because I have a
think,
big nose.
I think
Yeah, exactly.
Clemson will be the best defense that Bama's played all year, and I think I
I'm
don't know.
kind of hurt, KB.
I won't say they won't be ready for it, but I could see Clemson winning on a big defensive play.
I'd like to see that.
All right, I'm gonna go. Bama wins by 30 points because Notre Dame cannot play in the playoff. It's been that they've done it multiple times, and I'm gonna go Ohio
Other conference
State.
champion.
Going to Ohio State to beat Clemson. It's gonna be an absolute
stop it.
shootout.
Ohio State was better last year and they didn't beat Clemson.
I'll say our frauds.
I'm gonna.
Yusuf, why don't you go? Yeah.
So I mean, I don't watch a whole lot of college football, but I have watched the last couple games a little
If
bit.
you say Notre Dame, I'm kicking you out right now.
Wait. I think Justin Fields is not as good with people think.
Okay.
He throws
I'm
a
with you
shit
on
ton
that.
of picks. Like,
He's thrown
There's-
4.
well, I mean,
He's
like
five
definitely
games?
a freak athlete. He for sure is a freak athlete.
I feel like he forces it sometimes a little too much. Like I'm no expert, but I feel like sometimes instead of making
How many-
the easier play, he tries to do those over like really far passes and shit.
How
I
many
don't know.
games? How many games has he played?
6.
And he's thrown 4 interceptions.
How many games has Trevor Lawrence played?
That just doesn't
9.
seem like a great. That's all.
And how many were against conference opponents?
I don't know. From what I've seen, I just think Bama's
Everybody
gonna
played
win it
only
all.
conferences here.
Yeah.
Bama, Najee Harris, and all of them. I mean,
Najee's unreal, dude.
yeah.
I'd
I
love the
mean,
Dolphins to take him.
I'm gonna go Bama.
There's some big power back.
I think Clemson will take care of Ohio State. Bama's gonna take care of their game. Bama's gonna beat Clemson in the final.
I think so.
Yeah, Yusuf, I would mirror that. I like Clemson actually has talent around Trevor Lawrence as well. Like Ohio State, like I think Justin Fields seems like a really good player. He's not Trevor Lawrence because nobody is.
No, yeah, no.
But,
one
like,
is.
Like Ohio State's defense is not what it usually is.
Can I ask you a question though? Are you basing this off of the Northwestern game?
No,
In Indiana.
like just watching like watching like watching the full season of what I like. Hey, maybe Ohio State comes out of nowhere and plays differently, but the way that they play is not going to beat good teams.
Because in the Northwestern game, they were missing like 7 starters.
COVID related?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying like I don't think they have talent around them. Like I watched Ohio State the whole season. I don't think that they have the like for the
Yeah.
Big Ten. Yes, I hear you for the Big Ten, but
But
like
the Big Ten is no competition for them.
If you're
We're
gonna
not-
if you're
Shut
gonna
up.
beat Bama, you're gonna have to score with them or
Yes.
stop them. And
You're
I don't
like
think
they
they're
don't
gonna
they
do either.
don't like Ohio State. Like if you compare Ohio State to Clemson, Clemson has a better defense. Clemson has a better quarterback. Clemson has better weapons around him, and they probably like Ohio State might have like an equal offensive line.
Oh,
But
God.
like Clemson has shown that they can destroy Notre Dame, and like Ohio State just hasn't done anything. They have not shown anything for me to give them the credit. This, of course, is coming from somebody sitting in their parents' basement, but they haven't proven it to me. That's all I'm saying.
You know, hey,
Same thing, you know. ESPN
like-
analysis.
as a
Ale-
fan,
As a fan, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're in a foot race. I'm in a foot race with Justin Fields. I mean, I maybe lose by a step. That's all I'm saying. But I probably lose.
It's true. I've seen him run before.
Just a step.
But Alabama's head and shoulders above everybody else. I would like to see Ohio State just get blown out because I just don't think they're very good. Notre Dame, I actually hope it's a really close game, and I hope they lose by a field goal. And I would like to talk to Chris. I hope it's close. I hope they play a great game, and I hope they're winning all game. And Alabama comes down to the last drive, and then talent takes over, and then we say, well, what do you want to do
I
here?
couldn't see it being like that.
No, I don't think that's going to happen, but that would probably make my day. When is it? New Year's? That would be the best way to start off 2021 and getting rid of 2020 is to see Chris Mull sad.
Chris is gonna be watching that game with the Bala Canadian Club next time.
Chris is gonna be sad either way because if they get blown out, he's sad. If they lose by
Yeah,
4
but that's
points,
That's quick. That doesn't count. That's like when I see Giannis get 4 offensive fouls in the first half, I'm like, we're gonna lose. That's fine. I get it. I'm over it.
Oh,
when
speaking
we-
of Giannis, they've brought it back to 3.
2.
Yeah, they're winning right now.
Oh
Well,
shit!
It's 111, 109.
It's 113 to 109. We're losing by 4. I don't really like that green. I like when we're green on the scoreboard. All right, let's move on to the NFL. I've heard a lot of predictions or like a lot of situations of what the like bracket could be, but realistically, we all know who's going to be in. So I'd say give me each conference, who's going to come out of it, and then tell me who is going to win it. And I want to hear an interesting pick. Some random or like, I don't want to hear the Chiefs. Give me one interesting pick that could happen. Bran, you want to start?
If you
Well-
say the Dolphins, I'm gonna be pissed.
Don't say the Dolphins.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with my interesting pick, and I think that the Dolphins can see the Chiefs in the AFC Championship,
False.
and I think we'll lose maybe, but I think we can see them there. Anyways,
I don't know. Maybe.
who's
Okay.
the 1? Who's the 2? I don't even. I have to see the bracket in front of me.
You know the good teams.
The Bills.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Bills could make a run. I don't think the Ravens have it.
Don't sit there. Ravens aren't even in it. Don't say don't
Yeah, they
go
could.
1 through
Make a
4.
wild card.
Don't go 1 through 4 and say I could see this team winning. That's ridiculous.
Well, what do you want from me?
Pick one team from both conferences who are going to make the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
It's time to grow up, and it's time to say,
Chiefs.
this is my pick right here. Quote me on it.
Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl again because, just like Bama, no one can score with them. So, I think the Bills have a good enough defense, and I think we Dolphins have a good enough defense to slow them. But I think they're going to win the AFC Championship. NFC, I'm pulling for the Packers.
Yep, that's the
I
right
would love
choice.
to see Aaron Rodgers back in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But we know
That
how
man
that goes.
deserves it. That man deserves
We know how
it.
that goes, so and I'm not going to pick the Saints. NFC,
And
give me the Packers. Give me the Packers.
yeah.
Chiefs Packers. That's the NFL would
Chiefs,
probably
Packers.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be a pretty popular pick here.
I was starting to
Two
think about
historic
Seattle.
franchises.
But no, I don't think so. They fell off.
I got a bold one, KB.
Yes, Mers, I want to hear it.
Okay, so I'm going with bringing the Packers because I'm a Packers fan, and I think
That's
that
just the
they're a
right
very good
choice. It's
team.
not. Yeah.
The AFC team is going to shock many of you. The Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns. Yeah. I mean,
For the
some
Super
would
Bowl.
say that 20 straight years of losing seasons would be the argument against that, but I get it. They've played one good part of a season.
10-4. They're gonna start believing in themselves. Baker's gonna. I think that the KC may lose early in the playoffs. So their first game they could lose.
Well,
And then-
I could
mean,
really see that the Browns being a hot pick going in because they're about to blow out the Jets this week, and people are going to be like, Baker Mayfield, another good game, and then forget that the Jets suck. And you'd
It's
be
one
like,
a game.
I'm gonna.
We
they
don't
play?
suck.
I
We're
think
just
They
not
won.
good.
They won a game, but at what cost though? Because they're not getting Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence
a
anymore.
lot.
Yeah.
Unless Jacksonville wins the game again,
Mhm.
which is unlikely.
Hey, you never know. We thought it was unlucky for the Jets to win a game. They won.
All right, Smurf. So you got Packers, I would assume,
Packers.
right?
Packers Browns.
Browns.
I
Okay.
want to say the Bills because Josh Allen's been a fucking rock in the fantasy team this year,
Me
but
too.
they're just like the Jets held the Bills to 18 points. Like their offense can be held in check.
I like
And
that.
the Browns just put up 39 points against the 38 points against the Ravens like 2 weeks ago. Like they can score against good defenses. Just if their defense can
Ravens
hold
remind
them.
me of Notre Dame.
So
Fraudulent.
Use. Let me hear it.
So, I think the Packers obviously
Yep.
being somebody who lives in the state. But if there's one team that I fear in the NFC, it's not the Saints. The Bucks are NFC, right? Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dark horse.
You're talking about a
honest-
guy with a clean body right there.
I will say that if there's one team that I would fear for the Pack, it's the Bucks because we saw what happened when they played this year. Obviously, they didn't have Packers are not on their day, but they have some weapons, man. They have some weapons. Tom Brady has some targets to throw at.
Yep.
Catch him on a good day. It's I trust Jair and all those guys, but I mean
Yep.
Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Gronkowski, all those
Yeah,
guys.
I was about to say, you know what?
Godwin,
Packers, Buccaneers, NFC Championship, AB will come up big. He'll have a big game.
So that's my
Send him to the Super
NFC prediction. AFC, you'd think the Chiefs, but I'm really
I
hot
would
on,
think, yeah.
I'm really hot on Tennessee. I like Tennessee a lot, man.
Ooh,
Really?
Derrick Henry,
Okay.
Tannehill.
Tannehill's been okay. They're playing the Packers this weekend, so that'll be a good test for both teams. We'll see what's going on there.
Yeah, I need the Packers to win.
I mean, if Derrick Henry's hot, man, AJ Brown, all of them, it could be interesting.
Yeah, I
So
like
I'm
those.
gonna go Chiefs, but I could see Tennessee.
you're going with the Chiefs though?
Chiefs, yes, of course. You have to. I mean, Mahomes and Rodgers are the best players in the NFL right now. One of them is going to win MVP, no doubt. It should be
Yep.
Rodgers, but I could see Mahomes winning it.
You have some great opinions about the Packers. I like it. All right, let's see. I would go obviously with the Packers because we're the best team.
Unanimous Packers. I like it.
Yep. There's no way that comes back to bite us. Don't see that one happening.
Shit, we should
Um,
not all pick the Packers. Fuck.
No, it's fine. It's confidence. That's what that shows. But
Yeah.
I would it's going to be the Packers and the Chiefs. The NFL is going to have a field day with graphics on like old time
Oh, yeah.
stats and be like, this is the most championships of all the teams combined in a Super Bowl. And they're going to be like in 1942, this stat, like somebody
Yep.
threw for 60-yard pass. And we just broke it with a 62-yard pass. People are going to love it.
Can I just cut you real quick? I'm sorry.
Jump
There's-
on in.
Sometimes the NFL put these stats that are just ridiculous. The fastest player to get this
Yep.
amount of touchdowns and this amount of games. Okay, at that point, we're all making up just stupid stats. Like I could say, oh, I'm the fastest guy to chug a bottle of water in the last minute. Like some of these stats are just stupid.
My favorite one of
Stupid.
my favorite one of the year was definitely when they had Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes total kids and it was 0 and they had Phil
Yeah,
Rivers with
yeah, Phil
9. I
Rivers
was
with
like,
9.
that's awesome. Like
Yeah, well-
you won me over there.
Come on.
My dark horse that if the Packers cannot go to the Super Bowl, I could see the Seahawks doing it. But
They've been
if
rough
that's gonna
lately.
Well, if that's gonna happen, I want to see Russell Wilson throw for 400 yards a game.
Yeah.
Like that could happen.
He's capable.
He needs to
if-
stop staring at DK all the time.
Well, if
Go
like
find Lockett again.
if he gets hot, that's the one team that I could see. Like I could see the Seahawks just getting hot at the right time, and then Russell Wilson just takes over. And their defense is fine. It's fine enough to win, and then have like a Chiefs Seahawks Super Bowl would also be fun. That would score like 80 points.
I think actually the
That'd be
Seahawks are
sweet.
almost last in pass defense, but their front is
Yeah,
pretty-
the Seahawks defense is not good.
Yeah.
So who's your AFC team?
I'm gonna pick the Chiefs and the Packers, but I would not be surprised.
Coming from the guy who says let's not pick Chiefs because they're the AFC. Like everyone knows the Chiefs. Oh,
They have
my
one
God.
loss. It's hard not to.
Hey, I want to say that I wish that tight ends could ever be considered in an MVP
Okay, I'm sorry. Speaking of
race
tight ends,
because Travis Kelsey is having an
Wait.
insane year.
wait, I'm
insane.
livid. I'm livid that Bob Tanyan is not a Pro Bowler. They picked Evan Ingram,
Yep.
who was on my
Oh, yeah,
fantasy team
that's
all
tough.
year. Garbage. You know how many games I lost because of
Yeah.
Evan Ingram? Too many.
I would never pick him.
Yusuf, I had Michael
Too
Thomas.
many.
at
I
the-
had to. He's my number one pick.
your number. Yep,
Garbage.
yep, terrible.
I'm
Michael Thomas.
livid.
Michael Thomas, a third overall pick, might be the worst. Michael Thomas has to be the worst pick for value, like wherever he was
Yeah,
picked
it
compared to
was
how
first
many
round.
points.
He was my first pick.
Yep, I picked him third overall, and he scored like I averaged it out. He was scoring like 4 points or like 4 to 5 points on
His
average
best
in a
game-
PPR league.
His best game was his
That's
last
not gonna
game.
get it done.
His last game was his best game, and he had 20 points. He had 0 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, not great. All right,
My first rounder was Zeke. Big fall off.
Oh,
all right. We want to move to the NBA
I mean,
since the Bucks are on.
oh, let's check on the score real quick.
121-19.
Oh, they might win.
Drew Holiday has 25 points. Bucks
Drew Hol-
debut.
What a pickup.
Just said a
What
go ahead
a
3.
pickup.
All right, Yus, tell me what do you think about Giannis and the extension? I wanna
So
hear about it.
obviously, I think the Bucks had a pretty good offseason with their pickup. Obviously, getting Giannis back, huge. That was the main thing. Honestly, if they didn't get anybody in, we got Giannis back, I'd have been happy because I was really worried. I honestly thought he was going to wait till the end of the season, see where things are at, and then make his decision. So the fact that he stayed, that's huge for us because otherwise we're destined for another 10 years of mediocrity. Let's be real. We're a small market team in a cold city in America, medium-sized city. Like we don't get shit. We don't get enough love. And then honestly, we lost George Hill. I'm kind of salty about that. I like George Hill a lot. He was good. But other than that, Robin Lopez, good. Corver, besides the shooting, nothing. You got Brent Forbes in, starting point guard at San Antonio. Bobby Portis, better than Robin. DiVincenzo, I watched the first half. He looked really, really good. He didn't miss a single field goal.
Yeah, he just missed
Well,
He just lost the ball.
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
half,
get
so.
carried away like I did the last 2 years. Bucks are gonna win it, blah blah blah. Because we saw in the playoffs a different game. They shut down Giannis, and then we have to rely on the shooters, which has not worked great. I will say I'm trying to be optimistic here. We're gonna probably finish in a top 2, top 3 seed. Come playoffs, I don't want to say anything because we saw last year was a disaster. But I think we're in a better spot than most people thought we were gonna be. In. So
I
I'll leave it at
agree.
that.
I agree. Watching tonight's game, Drew Holiday he's a baller. Like he's come
That
out to
was
play.
That was a massive pick.
I mean, he's better than Bledsoe. He's a
way
better
better than
scorer.
Bledsoe.
And in the NBA, you got to score points. Our bench is fucking brutal. We're fucking playing DJ Wilson for 20 minutes a game. I mean, in the regular season it's terrible, but in the playoffs, if Budenholzer's gonna do his regular, like I'm gonna play the postseason like I played the regular season.
Let me ask you this.
We're
Do you want Pat Connaughton on there? DJ Wilson.
He plays.
Because that's what I'm saying. They both play now. Because Bud loves Pat for some reason.
Use DJ Wilson. You can take this one to the bank. DJ Wilson is not an NBA player. He's not an NBA player. Go play in Europe. He is not an NBA player. If his contract was not what it was, he would not be in the NBA.
Yeah,
He's really
he knows
good
that
at-
too.
He's really good at sitting on the end of the bench and taking up space for as little cap space
Damn.
as he is worth. You could put a ghost there, and he might do better if we got to clear the cap space.
But
If there wasn't a
Thanasis in.
rule- If there wasn't a rule you needed 14 players on this roster, he would get cut tomorrow. DJ Wilson is not a good player. and I don't need everybody to rationalize it. And hey, I get it. We can't afford anybody else. You are completely correct. It's not like we can afford somebody better, but don't tell me he's good. He's
No.
not. He's not.
No,
good.
I did
He's
not say he's
bad.
good,
You
but
can just say
we
it.
don't really have a
DJ
choice.
Wilson is bad.
No, he's not good. He's bad. Yeah, straight up.
Bad.
I'm just letting you
Yeah.
Celtics to the ball. Last shot. No time left. 18. Bucks are up 1. Celtics to the ball with 15 seconds left. KB, do not tell me what happens. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Cable. They took a timeout. All right, Brandon, let me hear about the Heat.
Well, we didn't make any additions, so
Right.
I guess we're just running it back.
Yeah, he lost Jake
Yeah.
Crowder.
Run it
Lost
back.
Jake
Run it back.
Crowder, and we lost Derek Jones Jr., who he didn't really play much.
Yeah,
in the
he
game.
didn't do much.
Like we're playing the Rex.
And
Lose by 1.
we
Run
kept
it back.
Myers Leonard. We kept Goran, which I liked. Even I hope he comes off the bench again this year, because he was pretty fresh for the playoffs last year, and he played pretty well.
So have you decided if you wanted James Harden? I think James Harden would love Miami. The amount of strip clubs
yeah,
there.
it'd be a problem.
I don't
it'd be a
think so. I
problem,
think he
man.
would
This
actually.
strip
He couldn't even play tonight.
Yeah, because he was at
Dude,
probably a
it's
strip
playoffs.
club getting COVID.
That's fine, but let's say let's say
Eating
he's
chicken wings. Look
you
how
just
big he
you
is.
lose in the playoffs. You're a little down in the dumps. He goes, I'd love to go to my favorite establishment. Maybe grab a few dollar bills. He heads there. Wow, I feel great. Drops 50 points. That doesn't seem out of the picture.
Well,
That
what
seems
happens
almost
if somebody on the
likely, I
team
would
gets
say.
COVID because of it, and then everything's shut down?
Well, then it's postponed because the regular season doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
It does for a team like us. We need a good regular season.
All right. KB, I heard you have an award you want to talk about.
Yeah. So you guys can add players to this list kind of as the year goes. But last night I turned on the TV and I saw just the biggest caboose that I've seen in quite a while. So I'd like to introduce the Absolute Wagon Award. And the front runner is Eric Pascal from the Warriors. And after seeing some of the pictures of Harden with his shirt tucked in, he has now made the list. I am excited to say. So that's, reporting here first. So right now it's just those two. You don't see a lot of thick guys anymore in the NBA, but
I'll definitely have to
You
keep an eye
you
out
know,
for
you
some
know, you
wagons.
know, who could have made that list. He retired now, but
you
Jason,
can.
Marvin
Time out.
Williams. Marvin Williams on the Bucks.
Jason Tatum just banked a 3 in to beat the Bucks.
Yep,
You're
just writing Giannis. He didn't bank it in, I don't think.
No, he did. I watched
Well,
it. He
just-
banked it in.
Yep, just
Oh.
writing.
Buzzer
Giannis's
beater
face.
loss.
Yeah.
No, it's they have 0.4 seconds left. Might be more time on watches. Oh my God! Hits glass.
Nice. Well, anyway, so that's the award. So you guys can add players, but there's just not a lot of thick guys in the league anymore. You
Yeah.
know?
I'll definitely keep an eye out.
Okay. I also want to add an award, but it's a terrible award. An award for the worst looking significant other in the league.
The worst
Us?
what? Say that
Like
again.
the ugliest wife.
Ugliest
or
wife or
husband, I guess.
girlfriend in the
Oh,
league.
That's mean, but yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I have no nominees yet, but we will look.
What? You
I
can't
can
just
I can think of one, but
you can't just
I won't
throw
say
one
it.
and
Who?
say no nominees.
Who are you thinking of, Brandon?
It would hit close to home. I can't say it.
No, am I in Miami?
No, you're home.
Are you talking about the Greek freak? You better not say it's Maria.
Oh,
What's her name?
Is it?
I don't
is
think-
it?
No, I haven't. I won't say anything.
Yeah, I don't think you can say anybody's white. Like, I don't think you can say anybody's significant other is bad looking when they're NBA players. Like, I feel like they're all just gonna be good looking.
No, but they're not. That's the thing.
Right, but
Is
All right,
there
hey,
not?
let's go to our bets.
Well, name one then. Name one.
I have to look at them because there's a lot. There could be a good amount of them.
So you
All right.
you establish an award, but you have no nominees.
yeah, we'll
That's-
we'll
Yeah.
call them up. We'll call them up and we'll do a police line for you to take so that you can make fun of them. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. All right, you guys want to
Uh,
move on to the picks?
yeah, Yusuf, go for it.
Alrighty, so my picks for this week, I have 2 Premier League, so soccer, and then 3 NFL. So my first one is Arsenal Chelsea Derby. Obviously,
I would take Chelsea if I had to guess.
the logical pick for
No
anybody
way.
is Chelsea because Arsenal is dog shit right now.
Yep.
This is the worst they've been in 50 years, whatever
They
it
could
is.
get,
but
they could get relegated.
it's a derby, and in derbies,
Seriously?
it's a derby. Yeah,
They could get relegated?
They could
Yeah,
get
this-
relegated.
They're 15th right now.
Yeah, 17th gets relegated. They're like,
Well,
what?
like it's bad when a team that I've heard of could get relegated. That's a bad sign.
Arsenal probably has. Yeah, in London, I think it's safe to say, if you don't count the fans from all over the world, Arsenal has the biggest fan base in London, no doubt.
Yeah,
They're a big team.
they're a better team than Chelsea.
But no, they're not. Fuck off. You know us Chelsea. We're from the nice neighborhood. We like nice things like trophies.
Mm,
Trophies.
That sounds good. I like that
Mm.
one.
Arsenal,
Alright.
they don't do that.
Okay, keep
Um,
going.
Yeah,
So
keep it
it's a derby. So even though their form is bad in these kind of games, it just comes down to grit and wanting it more. There's history there. There's a lot of shit talking. It's the guys at the office the next day talking about it. So even though Chelsea should win comfortably, it's not going to be that comfortable. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea, narrow win. So the next one, Leicester Man U, another big game. Second against third or fourth. Man U's third or fourth. Fourth, right? Yeah, they're fourth. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Fuck you.
I think Leicester, they lose a lot of bad games, but they turn up for the big ones. They're
Oh, they
playing at
called a
home.
foul. Oh, they called a foul. Giannis went for a tip in. They called a foul. And Tristan Thompson.
Fuck.
So Giannis is gonna go 1 for 2. So that's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Sorry,
2-2. No worries. 2-2 draw, Man U or Leicester Man U. To the NFL now. Titans Packers, big one. I think the Packers are gonna cover. It's gonna be a bloodbath of a game. I think. Between Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, Rodgers,
We-
Devontae, all that.
We might give up 250 yards on the ground. We
Where
might.
it's-
It
it's
is.
gonna
It is
be-
possible that we're not even gonna take the field. We're just be like, you guys, it's fine. You guys can score. Just give us the ball when you're done with it, and then we'll try. That might happen.
I still have the Pack to cover though.
Oh yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers we trust. Vikings Saints. I actually have the Vikings winning this one. I think it's plus 6.5, right, for the Vikings, something like that.
So you have them winning or covering?
Covering, basically.
Okay, cover. Okay.
And then 49ers Cardinals. I think the Cardinals win this one by Tutty.
Only one.
Yep.
Oh wow, what a terrible
I can
call.
see like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's
49ers are
brutal.
bad.
I don't know, man. We'll
All right,
see, but that's what I
Brannigan.
got.
Hit it up.
Okay. I just want to apologize for my previous pause. I was looking for my bet sheet, but now I have it. So I'm going to start with Wisconsin. I will
Oh.
again for the third week in a row.
Hey, that's in 2 weeks.
KB, one sec, before you go through your
So
picks,
what? I'm
Brannigan, one sec. KB, what do you think?
Oh wow.
Is it really? It's on the 30th,
like
isn't
that.
it?
Yeah, we'll have another pod next Wednesday.
That was
Where do you
Jimmy's
find-
Christmas present to me.
Right,
Oh,
I like
I
that.
Right.
lost my bet, so I right now.
I'll go right now, then KB, and then you'll finish it off. Look, can you go on your phone and look up some NFL games this weekend?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll go. All right. Game number 1, Chelsea Arsenal. I'm taking the over.
Yep. That's the best way to bet soccer, easily.
Over 2.5. I think it's a 2-2 draw.
Chelsea Arsenal?
Chelsea Arsenal, it's 2-2 draw.
I could see it. I could see it. Honestly, I don't want to admit it, but I could see it.
Oh my god, he alligator armed it. Are you kidding? Oh, yep. Bucks lost 1 for 2. That's what you like to see.
Oh, okay. Second game, United plus 122. I think United beat Leicester 1-0. I think it's a terrible game all year, all
One-
around.
1-0.
1-0.
Jamie Vardy? Oh, I don't know,
Good.
man.
They both play counter-attacking football. They're gonna have Manu have the ball, whatever. Then I'm gonna go Packers minus 3.5. I'm copying use. Browns minus 9.5 against the Jets.
Yeah.
That's terrible. And then I'm gonna go Jaguars plus 7.5 against the Bears.
Jaguars.
Plus 7.5 against the Bears. Bold. I know. I
don't
like
know
it.
about that one.
I
So
like those.
you're giving Trevor Lawrence back to the Jets, huh?
No, I said
Montgomery, I need 2 touchdowns from him. So
I just
Yes,
saying. I
Just to cover, yeah.
I
got
think
you.
they
Oh,
cover.
I
Okay.
understand.
They played the Packers well. They played the Bears. They played the Vikings well. They played, and they're going to play the Bears well.
Do you guys not understand how covering works? Like,
You don't have
Uh,
to win.
no, not
do.
not you, Smurs.
So and
you
so. I don't bet.
So if it's plus 9.5, they just have to like not lose by more than
Okay.
9 points.
Okay. That's
Is
what it
all.
means.
So like
Understand,
they don't
okay.
actually have to win the game. That would seem kind of ridiculous, right? All right, so
Well, it's
I'll
the
move on to
Bears,
my
you never know.
picks. I'll move on to my pick. picks
On.
against
Okay.
Florida teams has not worked for me. So I'm now on Brannigan. I'm on your side. Dolphins -3.
Nice.
Yep, I've decided I'm gonna take some magic from Florida. Browns -9.5 versus the Jets. Jets are terrible. There's no way they let the Jets win again. If I
No.
was the GM, I would fire the coach and all the players immediately. I would say, you guys are all cut.
Players.
Yep, all cut. I get they're not trying to lose because you're like this is their like job. I would be so upset.
Yeah, I can see it.
Fired immediately. All right. Green Bay -3.5 because we're going to win the Super Bowl. So I'd like to start on that bandwagon. Rams +1 versus the Seahawks. I just don't think the Rams are that bad. Seahawks, we'll see. It's up in the air. Chargers -3 just because Justin Herbert's amazing. And the Broncos stink.
He is good.
Yeah, he's amazing. Coming out of Oregon. That
Okay.
feels good to see that
Herbert or Burrow?
Herbert. No,
Really?
not even. There's not a
Really?
question in the world that
Herbert?
Justin Herbert is. We're going to talk about this next week with Casey because he likes Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert is younger. He is faster. He has a better arm. I mean, I don't really know. He's taller. Actually, I don't know about that one.
No,
but,
Burrow's like 6'4", isn't he?
Yeah, that's me. Does the hair count? We'll see.
His hair is not that.
Okay.
It's not
Kind
that,
of goofy.
Let me say this. Justin Herbert is more of an NFL quarterback than Joe Burrow is. Joe Burrow is a good passer, but Justin Herbert has more of the athleticism for a quarterback, and he's going to have good receivers.
You think
and
it's more dual threat?
He can throw the ball better. No, not more dual threat. He can throw the ball better.
He's just a better NFL. He's a better NFL quarterback. Like Joe Burrow lived on 4-yard slants, and like the one when he was coming out into the draft, like scouts would talk about him and they would say he cannot throw a ball. Like he can't throw a 15-yard out to the other sideline, so like the big half of the field because he just couldn't throw it hard enough to get it there. Which like, to be fair, only like half the quarterbacks in the NFL can do. Like there's plenty of good quarterback. Kirk Cousins, you had Case Keenum for a year. Like Baker
Kirk Cousins is
can't do it.
garbage.
But there's plenty of quarterbacks that are like average quarterbacks or like slightly below average quarterbacks that are fine in the NFL. Like Joe Burrow is going to be completely fine. He's solid, but like he just doesn't have this ceiling that Justin Herbert could like maybe like higher risk, higher reward. But like Joe Burrow, like you're buying like a B+. Like Justin Herbert, you're like hoping for an A+ or like a C-. Like you
talking about a guy who broke all the records his last year in LSU.
Yeah, I'm talking about a guy with 11 other draft picks. You are correct. And I'm talking about Justin Herbert, who had 1 draft pick.
Who's that?
I don't know. I just know he had 1 draft guy. LSU had 12 draft picks. All right, Brandon, did you find any picks?
And people say their defense was bad last year, which it was statistically, but they had like 6 in the first 4 rounds. 6 guys on defense.
Yeah, not to mention their middle linebacker, which is like
that's the thing about a lot of these teams. Like, I don't want to be the SEC guy, but like, you can have a down year, but you're still going to produce some talent.
Yeah, that's what happens when you pay guys. But why don't you pick your?
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm starting with the pack. I'm going to take -3.5. I'm rolling with Rodgers. I'm rolling with Rodgers, and I need the Titans to lose, so I have something to root for. Like double down. I bet some. Oh, I also took Dolphins -3. I will also break my own rule and bet on my own team because
that's a good pick because I picked them. So it's obviously
we have to make the playoffs, so I bet on us to win. You know what I mean?
There's no way I am wrong for 3 straight weeks.
We have to win, so I think Brian Flores is gonna fire up the guys. And then my last 3 are NBA Christmas. I took Heat -5 on the Pelicans. I think we're gonna win handedly. No reason. I feel like the Heat winning on Christmas it'd be nice.
Nice little gift.
Yeah. Also, later game, Mavs +6 on the Lakers, only because I don't know who's going to win, but I think it'll come down to a final shot. I hope.
Luka Doncic.
I think it's going to be like somebody's going to score, foul, free throws. You know what I mean? It's going to go back. I hope it's close like that because I think it's the late slate. So
I root for the Mavs because
it'll be a good finish.
Go Mark Cuban.
To Christmas, I think.
Yep.
Especially for 2020. We need a good Christmas, right? Good basketball on. And my final one, I don't know how Denver is favored over Clippers, but I'll take Clippers +1, which is basically a money line, but +1. I'm just gonna say they're gonna
I
win.
like Denver a lot. Denver's one of those teams I like to watch. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good
It
players.
makes me nervous because they're like a classic like regular season team, but
Yeah.
I
Right.
just think the Clippers just beat the Lakers, so
Yeah. Did you guys see
Ride the
Paul
hot.
George's pass to the ref?
yeah, I did.
That was
Of
hilarious.
course, of all people, is Paul George.
Yeah, he's a good player. I think he gets a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
no, he's
but
good. He gets a lot of
good
shit because of
player.
his playoff run, and he just
Yeah,
got a
shot like
huge
dog
deal
shit.
that who's to say if he's worth that money, but
He got engaged
yeah.
this summer.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
yeah, we got engaged. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, but those are my bets, so hopefully we'll see.
All right. Before we
Oh, and by
Before
the
we
way, I
head
was
out-
4-1 last week. I hit Oregon, I hit LSU, and Notre Dame ruined my parlay.
How
I
did
was 3
you?
and 2. I was 3 and 2.
Ay.
Okay.
Notre Dame
Notre
ruined my
Dame.
parlay. I didn't think they were going to win, but I wanted plus 10.5. I thought they
Katie-
would make it close.
Katie probably went 1 and 4 again because he sucked at gambling.
I have no clue what I went. I started losing a lot of bets early, and I went 0-1 is what I went.
Yeah.
The other
that's
bets
tough.
don't count. The other ones don't count
It's true,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
because I gave up before
It's
I watched them. Yeah. So that really doesn't count. However, there is I got a participation trophy this week. You know, I'm making donations to Vegas because COVID, tough times. You know,
Oh yeah, because Vegas needs it so much.
you
They
said
do.
yeah.
They do. Yeah, they do. Thank you. Appreciate you.
yeah. So actually, I would say that Brannigan doesn't care about the frontline workers and the people that are losing their jobs
Of course I
because
do.
he's stealing money from Vegas.
How
I'm
dare
I'm out,
you?
I'm out here donating my money.
Actually, the only bets I put money on was the parlay in Notre Dame.
And you
Yep, so you're
lost,
donating.
son of a
I gave
bitch.
away money as well.
Hey,
Yep.
Brand,
Yep.
make your money, man. Make your money.
Nope.
No,
They
Realistic-
lost
you.
me $40 payout, which is, I mean,
Yep.
it's not. I'm not.
If you're gonna win if you win your bets, that's great because you're winning money. And if you lose your bets, you're just donating to a great cause. So realistically, I was a winner.
It's like playing the lottery. Like
A great
I bought a ticket,
cause.
I contributed to the pot.
I was a winner this
But
week.
I didn't win.
And yep, nobody can tell me otherwise.
Some guy got $1 million of everybody's dollar.
Yep. Appreciate you
$1
guys.
million from different people.
Yep.
Katie, you're gonna say something. You said before we go, you would like to say something, and then you.
Yep. Before we go, I'd like to talk directly to the hearts of Bucks fans everywhere, especially
Oh.
after this great loss.
Oh,
I don't really want to hear about how we're gonna win the championship this year. You're gonna tell me that adding Drew Holiday and having Eric Bledsoe leave has now made us better than LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So this is what the Spencers of the world are gonna tell me. You're gonna say, would you look at how good we are in the regular season? That worked 3 years ago. 2 years ago, people were starting to get skeptical, and last year there's a lot of people, myself included, saying, I don't think the Bucks have it in them, mainly because they have never once shown it. And this year, it's over. We had some fun, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. I don't want to hear it anymore. The time has come to say we are not going to win. We are not front runners and taking first. It's like when Toronto kept winning the East and then LeBron would just sweep them. And then people would be like, oh, I think the Raptors have a
Yeah.
chance. That's ridiculous. Like, we are not the best team in the East. Kevin Durant is now healthy, who's the best player in the East. So we don't even have the best player. We have Giannis, who refuses to learn how to shoot. That's
I think-
ridiculous.
I think that's Jason Kidd's fault for trying to change his shot.
Whoever's fault it is, he can't shoot.
He used to be a pretty good shooter his first 2 years. Somebody
That
changed
doesn't
his
really help.
shot.
That doesn't really help us.
No, it doesn't.
That helps us not at all. So if we win the championship, I'm sorry. I apologize. You guys were right 1 out of 10 years. Nice.
This would be an ultimate reverse jinx.
I'll take it. But I'm just saying, until we make it to the conference finals, let alone make it to the NBA finals, no Bucks fan should be taken seriously. We should not be taken seriously. You could have a team that won't make the playoffs, and if a Bucks fan says we will win the NBA finals, they should be able to hit them right in the face and say, nope, wrong again. Because until you get a guy like Chris Middleton to either make that step and actually be a good player in the playoffs, or Giannis learns how to shoot, both of which has not happened in 4 years of saying we're going to win. Doesn't happen. But this isn't the year. So just to wrap it up, this is not the year. Do not get your hopes up. I don't want to hear about it. And if we do win, of course, I'm on our side. So
There we go. And there we go.
And then the
that was
cop on
good.
it.
That was very good.
I
done with
agree.
it. I'm done with it.
KB out here just breaking dreams.
Yeah.
It's like people telling me the Brewers are going to
lie.
win the World Series
Oh,
when we have to go against like the Dodgers who have actual talent. Like we just don't have. And I'm not like the Bucks are really good for being Milwaukee. Don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy being good than bad, but centers don't win in the NBA. Just doesn't work anymore. Giannis is he's a center. He's a power forward center. He really can't shoot. If he learns to shoot, whatever, but like he can't even shoot in the regular season. And you're going to tell me he's going to shoot in the playoffs? Like that's just not going to happen. So I'm done with it. I've been fed up and I'm done with it.
Well, thank
That
you,
is all I had
KB.
to say.
what if
Thank
we
you, KB.
what if we had a James Harden this year?
If we had James Harden, we would win the finals. Put it on the books.
Oh,
Hey, Mike
He's
Budenholzer,
a
if you're
difference maker like
listening,
that. He's a finals guy.
Mike Budenholzer, if you're listening, sign James Harden, and you have a KB guarantee that you'll
Trade
win the
your
finals.
trade your entire team for James Harden. Not only will Silk be excited, they will be ecstatic. Some fine ladies will be getting a nice payday, but also we might win a ring.
oh my God.
We
Shout out
just
Silk Exotic.
might. Yep. We just might win a
Alrighty.
ring because he's an actual ball handler and he can score. So I said my piece. That's all I had to say, Smurfs.
He handles a little more than balls, apparently.
Alrighty. On that note, we will be dropping or recording next Wednesday again. We'll drop next Thursday. Until then, we'll be seeing you guys later. Hope you guys liked it. Please follow us on Twitter. Much appreciated. DM us if you want to be a host on it. Like Yusuf, be a guest. And again, thank you, Yusuf.
Yeah,
Like
thank
us.
you, Yusuf. It was great having you.
Awesome.
Appreciate your brand.
I hated it.
Hey, nice sweatshirt, brand. Best
Thank
D3
you.
school in
Had
Milwaukee,
to
right?
rep. Yeah, I wear this to work all the time, so they know where I'm from.
Oh, they know. Oh, they know.
All right, yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, and Good Pods. So again, like us, listen to us, subscribe. Please give us a shout out. Let us know how we're doing. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the listeners. We appreciate it.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.